For today's video, I'm gonna show you my net worth from January 2025 to December 2025 to see my progress that I've made for the whole year. One of my 2025 financial goals was to hit 300k of net worth, and let's see how I did. Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Michi. I talk all things personal finance and I share my journey online as I work towards building wealth as a first-generation immigrant. Before we start, I want to give you a little context about my investing journey and or my financial health. I've been investing since I was 16, but not all of my investments are smart investments. When I was 21, I moved to California from the Philippines. I've been living here for almost 8 years now. I've been working multiple jobs since 2018. I never had a six-figure income. I just live way below my means. I also learned how to invest in the stock market at 2018, the very first year that I got here. I got really lucky that I met people who got me into investing using Robinhood. That was my first ground. And one of my first jobs here in the US was at Starbucks. As a Starbucks employee, we are granted employee stock purchase and RSU. I don't even know it at that time, to be honest. I just know that I got into Fidelity because of Starbucks, and the rest is history. Most of my investments are with Fidelity now. I tried to swing trade. I was overtrading because of my emotions. From 2018 to 2023, I sold a lot of stocks because my frontal lobe wasn't fully developed yet. I didn't start investing in the stock market seriously and constantly just until 2024. I did a lot of investing mistakes because I wasn't afraid to do it myself before doing enough research. I tend to jump into the water right away. I don't know, what can I say? Eldest daughter syndrome. But now that I see that my investments are growing, I am being more conservative. Or maybe because I am older and wiser now compared to when I was 21. So there's that. Anyway, I also want to say that I only have very minimal bills. I've been living with my boyfriend now, and because of him, I don't have to pay rent, groceries, and utilities. This will eventually change in the next 2 to 3 years when we move to a bigger place. But for now, I want to take advantage of this privilege to invest aggressively. I started paying more attention in my net worth in 2025 when I first hit my 100k invested in the stock market. Now I want to hit my first million, and let's see how is that going. I wasn't really on top on tracking my net worth for the most months. I only tracked it in January and then I stopped until I decided that I want to track it every month using my net worth tracker. If you also want to track your net worth, you can get a copy of this. I'm going to leave the link down below. As a first-generation immigrant, I have assets in the Philippines and in the US. For my current net worth allocation, 51% is my Philippine assets, 4% is my liquid cash in dollars, 44% is invested in the stock market, and 0% for my debt. First, let's go over my assets and liabilities here in the US. Physical cash, $54. In January, I didn't track how much I have. For checking, I only keep $500 in my checking account as a buffer. In January, I have about $4,000. I'm not entirely sure why. For emergency fund, I have $6,000. I am building my emergency fund to $10,000 by the end of the year. Sinking fund, these are for my short-term goals. I currently have $6,000 in there. Everything is in my high-yield savings account. I am using Wealthfront. If you also need a high-yield savings account, you can use my referral link so you can get 4% APY for the first 3 months. Now let's go over my investable assets. For crypto, I currently have 1,300. I don't really put new money in here anymore. I just let it go for the ride. Next is my taxable brokerage account. I have 72,000. Next is my Roth IRA, my favorite retirement account. I have 37,500. Solo 401k, $5,000. This account is new. I just opened it this month. My old 401k, I have 10,800. I'm planning to roll it over to my Roth IRA. For O3B, $600. I already stopped contributing on this account, but I still need it to do my mega backdoor conversions. For 57B, 1,900. I'm planning to max this account in 2026. For pension, $3,000. I only count my contributions on this bucket, not my employees' contributions, since I still have 4 more years before the vesting schedule. Now for my liabilities, I don't have any loans. I don't own a car. I have no mortgage. I got my business degree back in my country, so no student loans neither. I have a credit card balance right now, but I always pay it off right away. That's $128.50. That's gonna get paid off. Now we're gonna go over my assets overseas. I have 3 real estate in the Philippines. Everything is paid off. I don't have any mortgage on those. If I am going to sell them today, that's a little over 100k. I am counting this because I am planning to sell this. Next, I have my capital contribution, my time deposit, and my savings account with my bank in the Philippines. I got $21,000 in there. Next, I bought 2 shares from a private equity in the Philippines. That's $31,000. This numbers is how much I bought it. I just recently paid it off back in October. I am just waiting for the vesting schedule this year and see my profit on that, and I plan to invest most of it in the stock market. Last one is my Philippine peso or my physical cash. I earn monthly income from my rentals. I use this mainly for my business expense like paying for my editor or my subscription. This month, I'm left with 161 and 35 cents. And I also don't have any debts in the Philippines. So back in January, my total net worth was $250,000. My goal is to hit 300K of net worth by end of 2025. Now my end net worth is a little over 300K. 154,000 of that is my assets in my home country. 13,000 is my liquid cash. $133,000 is my investments, and 128 in liabilities. Compared to January to December, that was 16.9% in growth. What changed was I fully paid my private equity investment. That was my main investment for 2025. I also got a new job that offers 3 retirement accounts and a pension. So I am making sure that I am taking advantage of that, because back in my 20s, I barely know anything about 401k. During the past months, the stock market goes up, down, and sideways. Those are the things that I cannot control, but I would always make it a priority to invest aggressively and often. I was actually kind of scared that I'm not gonna hit my goal, because on the last trading day of the year, my investment portfolio was down. But even if I didn't hit this goal this year, it eventually will, so I'm not really stressing about that. I just like to see how it grows for the past years. Anyway, that's it for today. If you like this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel and see more of my journey in sharing my personal finance. I'll see you guys on the next one. Moving forward, we'll do a monthly recap of how much I earned, spent, saved, and invested. I'm still thinking about doing a net worth breakdown monthly. I feel like that's gonna be too much work, but let me know your thoughts about that.